Let's go! Yes, what a win that was for Manchester City as we go second in the table. But more importantly than that, a win against an incredible Newcastle side with a massively weakened City side. No Bernardo, no Kevin De Bruyne, no John Stones. An unreal performance. We battled hard, we worked hard, we put in maximum effort, and we got the win. And on another day, to be honest, we probably could have put 2 or 3 past them today quite easily if Haaland had his shooting boots on. A top-class performance with some individual brilliance as well, which is why I'm very happy to be doing the player ratings. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Over 200 people in here right now. Let's get those likes past 100. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Absolutely massive win. Absolutely massive win. If just random question, if a player touches the ball with his hand, but the opposition player hits the ball to him and they're very close, is it handball? I think, yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one. Depends how close they are, bro. But yeah, let's get straight into the player ratings, guys, because I think we've got a lot to discuss today, and we've got a few man of the match contenders. We really, really do. But let's start off first of all. Let me bring it up on screen, actually. I like bringing it up on screen so you guys can see it. Let me present, share screen. Here we go. Right. You guys should be able to see that now. Right. Edison, we zoom in. Right. Okay. Stats are on the right-hand side here. Let's go through the stats, man. Kovacic. There we go, bro. 90 minutes in the game played. 1 save. 2 run-outs, both successful. 1 high claim as well. He had a 78% passing accuracy. Misplaced 10 passes, and all 10 of those passes were long balls. So just bear that in mind. And that's it on the stats. Didn't have a great deal to do, really, did he? Didn't have to make too many saves, to be honest with you. Passing, most of his passing was decent. Yeah, I think he had an okay game. Again, didn't really have too much to do. I would say player rating. Gilly there says 8.2. LAS says 8. Elias says 7. I'll probably give him, it's really difficult with the goalkeepers. I'm going to give him a 7.5. And let's move on to the defense. It's always difficult to give goalkeepers when they don't have too much to do. Right, okay. Kyle Walker. Stats over here on the right-hand side. 90 minutes played in the game. His heat map's just there, as you can see, by the way. He had 6 ground duels, won 4 of them. 1 aerial duel, didn't win that. He had 80 touches of the ball, 67 passes, misplaced 6. That's a 91% passing accuracy. 1 key pass in the game, 1 cross unsuccessful, with 4 long balls, 3 successful. He also had 2 dribble attempts, 2 successful. First of all, massively, massively improved on Seville game, which he was properly bad. I thought he had an okay game today, I thought there was potential for a stinker because he was playing in an advanced position and his crossing ain't too great. For me, honestly, I'm going to give him a higher rating, man. I'm going to give him a 7.8. I'm going to give him a 7.8. I am. I think he's done all right today in a position that he's not played in a long time. He's not played in that attacking sort of fullback position for ages. He's really not. Big up Brand Holt with the super chat says Edison needs to be rated for his passing and distribution, not just his goalkeeping. 8.5. It is fair. No, you're right. You're right. It's difficult with goalkeepers, man. It is. Maybe we need a formula. Maybe we need a formula, bro. If you can help me out with this formula, buzzing. Right, let's move on to Akanji. Stats on the right-hand side. 90 minutes played, 2 clearances, 1 block shot, 2 interceptions. He won his only ground deal he had to win. He had a 95% pass accuracy, 1 key pass in the game, 3 long balls, 1 successful, and that's his heat map. Guys, I thought he was exceptional. There was a serious potential for a stinky situation again with Akanji because he was playing that centre mid position. But I thought he was brilliant today. Thought he stepped into that midfield. He was much better than the previous game when he stepped into the midfield. I thought his defending was excellent. His passing stats were incredible. Misplaced only 3 passes in the whole game. Thought it was great. I did. I thought it was really, really good. I've got to give him the 8 somewhere. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think it was exceptional. I really do. I think some people are underplaying how good he was today. I'm seeing 7s. No chance. He was good. I thought he was great. I really, really do. So yeah, good performance from him. Let's move on to Ruben Diaz. 90 minutes played in the game. This is his heat map here on the right-hand side. So a little bit further forward and a little bit obviously off to the right-hand side. 2 clearances made, 2 ground duels, both of them won. Misplaced 4 passes. That's a 95% passing accuracy. 3 long balls, 2 successful. Defensively, unbelievable. And that tackle he made on Harvey Barnes at 1-0 was out of this world. He was exposed. He was dragged out to the wide position. If we get the heat map out, he was sort of dragged out here. And it was up here actually in the second half. And the tackle was unbelievable. He gets that wrong, it's a penalty. Beautiful challenge. Really, really good. I'm going to give him level with Akanji. And let me just explain myself if people don't agree. Akanji maybe did a little bit more on the ball than Diaz in terms of like, I know Diaz made more plays and more passes, but Akanji maybe obviously played more passes in more dangerous areas. But Diaz today, as a leader at the back, as a defender, was unbelievable. Diaz allowed Akanji that freedom. So I'm going to give them both the same. But I understand maybe if people question that, that's fine. Let's go to Gvardiol. His first start at the Etihad Stadium. Let me just close Ruben Diaz off and open up Gvardiol. That's his heat map from today. So a lot less further forward. And I like that. I think this is his best position. I didn't really like when he played left back the other day and he was really far up the pitch. Not for me. You guys can disagree. You guys can like that if you want. No problems. For me, I think this is going to be his best position. Left-sided centre-back, left-sided of a back three, not as a sort of left-back that Ake does. I didn't think it was really his game. 90 minutes played, 1 block shot. He won 2 out of 6 ground duels, which is quite low, but he still had a great game. He also had an 88% pass accuracy, only misplaced 7 passes, 3 long balls, 3 successful, and 3 dribble attempts, 1 successful. I think first half, he was just sort of like, just average sort of performance, nothing special. But second half, he made some big plays. He really, really did. He made some big, big tackles. And I've got to give him credit there. For me, I can't give him, I've seen some high numbers in the chat. I can't give him as high as Diaz or Akanji, in my personal opinion. I didn't think he was quite as good as them. Still very good. I'm going to give him an 8.2. I'm going to give him an 8.2. I think he probably deserves to be in the 8s. I see a couple people saying 7.5, 7.8 from Pinch. Yeah, exactly. This is a great comment from MCFC on top. Says if he didn't stop that goal, it was 1-1. Yeah, exactly. So for me, I think he deserves to be in the 8s. But I'm not going to disagree with you if you're high 7s. But for me, I think in the 8s. Let's go on to Rodri, who had an interesting game today. This is his. There we go. That's his heat map from today's game. So as you can see, everywhere, left, forward, left, right, centre mid position. 90 minutes played, 146 touches, 132 passes. He just makes more and more passes every single game, doesn't he? He just never stops touching the ball. Unbelievable. 90% pass accuracy off that. 12 long balls, 9 successful. 3 dribble attempts, 3 successful. 7 ground duels, 1 out of 10. He won 2 out of 2 aerial duels. 4 clearances. And he had 1 error that led to a shot, which was a bad mistake, to be fair. But out of 132 passes, making 1 real mistake isn't too bad. I'm going to give him... Yeah, no, that is fair, Joe. That is a fair comment. 1 misplaced pass that nearly cost us. He did. I'm going to choose to focus more on what he did other than that. But you again, I'm not going to disagree with you if you want to sort of put emphasis on that. I'm going to say 8 point... I don't know, man. Was he better than Diaz? Was he better than Diaz, though? Was he better than Diaz? I don't know. Was he better than Diaz? Chat, was he better than Diaz? Yes or no? Or was he on par with Diaz? Do I give him an 8.5? Well, then I feel like I'm sitting on the fence. I don't want to sit on the fence. He wasn't better than Diaz, says Kira. But ID says slightly was on par. I'm going to give him an 8.5. Fuck it. I'm going to sit on that. I'm sorry. I'm sitting on the fence. I'm sitting LB fence. I'm sitting on the fence. I'm going to give him an 8.5 as well. It's really, really difficult to separate him. Kovacic, this was his heat map from today. So again, all over the place, mainly off the right-hand side though today, Kovacic. 90 minutes played, 95 passes, 94% pass completion, incredible numbers. 2 long balls, 1 successful. 2 shots blocked, 2 dribble attempts, 2 successful. 5 out of 7 ground duels won. And that's pretty much it on the stats. I thought he was decent today, you know. I thought he was really, really good. Was that his best game in a Manchester City shirt? Yeah, probably. I thought he... You know what I thought about him? He just got it. He just knew. He understood the task. And he executed what he needed to execute to accomplish the task. And what was that? At 0-0, get the ball forward, try and create chances for Haaland, which he tried to do. Didn't really get any through, but he tried to do it. And then as soon as we scored the goal, calm things down a little bit. Keep the ball ticking over. No stupid passes. Maybe dial down the chance creation a little bit for Haaland because you don't really need to, and that's not really your game. Win free kicks. Help out Rodri. Come pick up the ball off the defence. Help out Foden if he needs help. I just feel that was a very, very intelligent and experienced performance. And this is what I was saying when we signed him. And I looked at his numbers and I said, listen, this guy's played over 100 games for Inter Milan, 100 games for Real Madrid, 200 games for Chelsea, 97 games for Croatia. I just felt that today you could see that experience. You could see it. Top performance. I think so far he's probably going to be the player of the match out of the players that we've done for me. I'm going to give him an 8.7. I'm going to give him an 8.7. I am. I'm going to give him an 8.7. Some of you guys in the chat, General 8.8, Elias 7.8, Kira 9.8, Xavi with a 9, City's imaginary squad depth 9, Marquinhos 8.9, Entwined Rope 8.8. So yeah, most of us are high 8s, small 9s, you know what I mean? But top performance for Kovacic today. And yeah, he just class. He just is. For 25 million quid, guys, he's been an absolute bargain. He has been an absolute bargain. Okay, let's go to, let's go to Julian Alvarez, because he had a bit of an interesting game today. Of course, scored the goal, didn't he, to get us the 3 points. Heat maps over here. So no real red spots, which means he didn't really spend too much time in any single area, which is kind of what I expected from him today. He just kind of everywhere. So 90 minutes played in the game, did get the goal off a 0.11 XG, by the way. 27 passes with an 85% completion rate, 2 key passes in the game, 3 crosses all unsuccessful with one long ball all unsuccessful. Shot on target obviously was the goal. Dribble attempts, 3 completed, 2 successful. He won 4 out of 9 ground duels, and he also got dribbled past once. Goal was phenomenal. Phenomenal finish. Nice play from Foden with the link up, but we'll come on to in a minute. Great finish, and he's obviously got us the 3 points. Work rate, unbelievable. Top 5 players on the pitch for work rate today. Didn't do too bad with losing the ball in terms of on the ball. Sometimes his touch can be a bit heavy, and yes, there might have been 1 or 2, but on the whole, it was pretty good. And just did, again, kind of just did what he needed to do. Just executed what he needed to do for the task that was in front of him. I don't think it was an amazing performance from him, but it was just a good performance. And for someone who's a lot younger than someone like Kovacic, that's very impressive. So even though he scored the goal, I don't think he gets higher than Kovacic, in my opinion. I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8.6, which may be a little bit harsh, a little bit higher than Rodri and Co, but he did get the goal, but just not as high as Kovacic for me personally. Bran Holt gives him an 8.6. Imaginary depth, 8.3. Entwined rope, 8.2. General, 8.2. Elias, 6.9. But you're harsh with you're on a different sort of scoring metrics to us. Alec Johnson, 8.4. So, yeah, there you go. Horton and RSA, 8.6, 8.5. Okay, interesting. Right, let's move it on to Jack Grealish. Let me just zoom out of that, and then I'll bring it up on screen for you guys. Right, there we go. Jack Grealish, that's his heat map from today. Look at how far he's... Look at that. This is in a defensive third, by the way. This heat map here. So he actually spent the majority of the game defending today, if you look at the heat map. Of course, he does have quite a lot here, but the only real red spots there are defensive. So he's done a lot of work off the ball today, which might go unnoticed. 90 minutes played, 80% passing accuracy, misplaced 9 passes, 2 crosses, 1 successful, 2 long balls, 1 successful, had 3 shots blocked, as always. 2 dribbles, 1 successful. He won 4 out of 9 ground duels and didn't win any aerial duels. Made 1 clearance, 1 block shot, and 1 interception, which are phenomenal sort of defensive numbers. I think for me today, the work that he did off the ball was a lot better than the work he done on the ball. But that work off the ball is just as important at times as the work that he does on the ball going forward. You know what I mean? He really, and we spoke about this, didn't we, in the pre-match build-up, when I got the tactical pad up and I said, him versus Trippier as a defensive battle, going to be really, really interesting. And he got back a lot today, Grealish. So, yes, he didn't do too much going forward. He had a lot of block shots. He didn't really create much for Haaland. However, I'm going to give him credit where credit's due for the defensive work rate that he put in. I'm not going to give him an 8.5. I'm going to give him slightly less than Diaz and Rodri. I'm going to give him an 8.3 because, like I say, for me, I just feel that defensive work rate that he put in today was underrated. I really, really do. So, yeah, I'm going to go for an 8.3. Maybe a little bit high for some people. Big up, Jake, Newcastle fan. Hi, LB. Good win for your team. It was a great win for us, mate. It was a great win. 7.7. 8.3, 7.7, 7.5. Spink says never an 8. Quite a bit of a difference of opinion then on the Grealish thing there. I'm going 8.3. I'm going to stick with that. Right, here's the one that I've wanted to speak about, guys. Here's the one that I've wanted to speak about. Philip Walter Foden, people. Bring it up on screen. That's his heat map from today. Attacking third is here. A lot of work in the defensive third as well. 90 minutes played today. 1 assist. 91% passing accuracy. 7 key passes with 1 big chance created. 1 cross unsuccessful. 2 long balls, 1 successful. Had a shot on target and 2 shots blocked. 3 dribbles, all successful. He won 7 out of 9 ground duels. Didn't win any of his aerial duels. Got fouled 4 times, winning free kicks for the team. Unbelievable performance from Phil Foden tonight. And this is, again, why I've been saying Phil Foden, midfield, is going to cook when the time comes. And the time is now here. And the world best be watching and best be frightened for what they're about to witness because he is a top player. He can do it all in that position. He spins, he turns. I think that you're not seeing as much of him losing possession as maybe he's done in previous seasons. Incredible. Incredible. On a reel, if Haaland had his shooting boots on, he could have had 2 or 3 assists today. Quite easily. Quite easily. Unbelievable. I mean, for a player rating, I mean, there's a very, very good shout that he could be in the 9s. Certainly high 8s. I mean, what did I give Kovacic? Did I give him a 9? I'm going to give Foden. I thought he was brilliant. I really do. I'm going to give him a 9.3. I'm going to give him a 9.3. I thought it was excellent tonight. I really do. And that's the highest score of all the players so far. Top performance. Alaguwu Wapo says 9.3. Ben says 9.4. I think it said there. NCFC on top says 10. Zach with a 9.5. Saw EU with a 9.7. Spinks 9.5. Joshua George 10. Gracie B says man of the match. LB, that's low, says Horton. Maybe it is, bro. Maybe it is. Cronenberg, 9.5. Zeri5 with a 9.5 as well. Elia, who's had some low scores today, 9.5. Foden's got to start every game, says Lewis. Brand Holt says 9.9. He was unreal. 7 key passes, unreal, to be fair. What the fuck? You know what? You're right. Can I increase my... Am I allowed to do that? I mean, it's my stream. It's my channel. I guess I can, but I don't know. Am I allowed to increase? I want to increase. Can I increase, chat? Do you give me permission to increase my 9.3 rating? I want to increase it. I'm going to increase it. Entwine Rope says, yes, increase it. I'm going to increase it to a 9.5. Fuck it. Fuck it. 9.5. It's been increased. Can't do nothing about it. Right. Final player of the night before we go through the man of the match. And that is Mr. Erling Haaland. Stats on the right-hand side of your screen, guys. That's his heat map from today. 90 minutes played, 2 shots on target, 2 shots off target, 1 dribble attempt, unsuccessful. 55% pass accuracy, but he did only have 11 passes, so the passing accuracy is obviously heavily skewed. 1 key pass in the game as well, which Foden, could he have done better on? I don't know. He's on his weaker foot. It is a narrow angle, maybe, but it was good play from Haaland. Didn't win any of his ground duels, didn't win any of his aerial duels. I made 1 interception. Haaland. Listen, don't think it was his best performance in the world. Obviously, finishing could have been better, but caused some issues for them. Caused some issues. Went up there, had a good physical battle with them, but just didn't put the ball in the back of the net. Did put Foden through, that could have been a goal. So I'm going to try and be a little bit generous, you know what I mean? But ultimately, his job is to put the ball in the back of the net, and didn't do that tonight, and he did have some chances. So I'm going to give him a 6.7, because that chance that he created for Haaland, for Foden was good, but he probably should have had at least a goal tonight. So I'm going to give him a 6.7. Scores from you guys: 7, 7.3, 7, 8. 8 for the corner tees. Yeah, that's funny, actually. That is true. In trying up the 4. Mark Jordan, 8. That's bad. I think that's too high. Do you not think that's too high, Mark? I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh. I'm not sure. But yeah, okay. So it's that time of the show where we have to talk about the Man of the Match award. And my friends, for me, there is only one option. But give me your nominees. Give me your nominees. I will do the poll. Man of the Match goes to Foden, Rodri, Diaz. Do you want anyone else on there? Do you want anyone else on the list? Foden, Rodri, Diaz. I don't think there's anyone else. Kovacic. Oh yeah, Kovacic. Akanji. I can only have 4. I can only have 4 people on. Okay, I'm going to put Foden, Rodri, Diaz, Kovacic. Let's whack them in. Chat, have your vote. Paul is now active in the live chat. But let me tell you where my vote's going as you're voting. By the way, as you're voting, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. My vote, it has to go to Phil Foden for me. I thought it was unbelievable. 7 key passes, big chance created. He got the assist for the goal. And you know what? Do you want me to make a bit of a bold sort of statement? I thought it could have been even better tonight. I think that performance, when he gets into a rhythm of playing in that position, I think you'll see even better performances than that. I think he can drop those performances week in, week out, genuinely. Because I've seen him in the academy do it week in, week out. I know it's a different level, but I've seen him perform like that all the time in the academy. And I think that once he gets going in this position, there'll be no stopping him. And I think this sort of performance that you're seeing tonight will become a regular occurrence. And you'll actually start seeing better performances, goals, more assists. Thought it was out of this world. Listen, I did the poll because I think I always want to do the poll. But listen, it was a little bit of a waste of time. 92% of the vote goes to Phil Foden, 7% with Kovacic, and a couple of percentage points for Rodri and Diaz. So, man of the match, the It's LB Man of the Match award, voted by you, the viewers, goes to Phil Foden. Nah, he was class tonight, man. He was honestly unreal. Let's have another look at his stats from the game. Come on. We can't get enough of the stats. 90 minutes played, 1 assist, 91% passing accuracy, 7 key passes, 1 big chance created. Unbelievable. 7 out of 9 ground duels won. Class. Unreal performance. Unreal. And let me tell you something, guys. That was a big win for us tonight. That was a huge win for us tonight. It was. They're a difficult side. They're a good side. They're a good side. I know they weren't that great today. They were. In fact, I go so far as to say that I think they were pretty poor tonight. I think they'll be well disappointed with that performance. But they're a good side with a good defence. And we created chances. We limited them to very few opportunities. And that's with a severely, severely weakened Manchester City squad. So when we start getting our players back, when we make a couple signings in the last 10 days, we'll be cooking. I'm looking forward to it. Jake, of course, I'm watching the England game, bro. I'm not going to do a watch along for it, but I am going to. I am watching it. Going to be cheering on the girls, get the win, World Cup champions. You know what I mean? Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, I'll be watching it. No watch along though, bro. I'm going down the pub in it. You know what I mean, that's obviously the situation. So buzzing. Can't believe it. What a win. What a win. What a performance. We move. What's our next game now? Is it Fulham? Sheffield United away. 27th of August. So they've got a bit of a break now. That's nice. Bit of a break. And then we then it starts, innit? Sheffield United away. 5 days later, Fulham. Then it's international break. So, you know, international break already. What the hell's going on, man? Listen, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for everyone that joined me in the watch along tonight. I really do appreciate all your support on all the streams, whether it be the watch alongs, the player ratings, any of the streams that I'm doing in the week. Massively, massively appreciate the support, guys. Whenever you watch one of my streams or videos, make sure you drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so already. If you want to become a YouTube channel member, massively help support my channel. The link is in the description. It's in the pinned comment. And sometimes there is a join button below the video. If you want to become a YouTube channel member, massively help support me. Thank you very much to everyone that is a member or gift a member. In terms of live streams tomorrow, potentially one in the afternoon or the evening, but I am going to the pub watching England women in the World Cup final. So we'll have to see how that, you know what I mean? I don't need to explain it, you know what I mean? Pub, football, World Cup final, possibly no streams. But I might record a video before I go, so who knows? But yeah, guys, listen, I'm not going to stop waffling. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Great victory for Manchester City. And yeah, we keep moving. Big up. See you tomorrow. And good luck to England women. See you later.